Well, my backyard is still covered in snow, but the end of winter is hopefully coming soon. For my area, we usually see the snow to start to seriously melt around the end of March, beginning of April. With that, we still have threats of snowfall some years until the end of May. Generally around here, we start looking to spring towards the end of April and start doing the spring cleanup. Leading up to the season, I wanted to talk about the equipment that I use in my yard. Now, I don't have the best equipment in the world or the most efficient. I don't have the most expensive lawnmower out there, and most of the items that I use aren't the newest. I have a decent paying job with a newer house, wife, 3 kids, which means that my hobbies have a limited budget to work with. Also, my attitude towards the equipment I use is that I'll use it until I can no longer maintain it and it dies. So I am not going to rush out and buy the newest gadget just because it's the new shiny hotness on the market right now. That just isn't sustainable. So with that in mind, let's take a look at the tools that I'm using. Let's start with the single largest piece of equipment for maintaining your yard, the lawnmower. I have a 2009 Sears Craftsman 22-inch model 944 with a Briggs & Stratton 650 series engine. This lawnmower is a self-propelled rear-wheel drive model. Now, Sears is a dead retailer with the final store closing in January of 2018, but Craftsman series of power equipment partnered with the Briggs & Stratton engine was a lifelong pairing. Now, I didn't buy the most expensive lawnmower I could afford, since it was the first mower that I bought with my wife and I's first house, and I believe it only cost me around $500 in 2009. I went with a Craftsman at the time because I knew the machine would last. My grandfather had a Craftsman that lasted him for decades. My dad has a Craftsman that he bought and has lasted him for decades and still uses to this day. So I went with what I knew. I did get the self-propelled feature on it though, so that my wife could use it while I was deployed to Afghanistan in 2009. This mower still works perfectly for me, even with my less than ideal maintenance I do on it. I know that the Craftsman brand is still around even after Sears died, but I can't speak to the durability of the current product. I know that they don't use a Briggs & Stratton engine anymore. I believe Toro now uses them, which would probably help explain why so many people are loving Toros, but I've never even used one, so I can't say what they are like. Now, would I like to have something like a Toro Time Master? Yeah, but I don't need to spend $2,000 on a new lawnmower right now when I have a perfectly functioning one in the garage. The idea being that you get the best you can right now and use it the best you can. You don't need the newest gadget lawnmower to make a nice looking lawn. Buy a working, used lawnmower on Facebook Marketplace, Kijiji, or a garage sale if you have to. As long as you take care of it and follow the lawn care cultural practices, your lawn should start to look better. For trimming my lawn edges, I had an old battery-operated Yardworks string trimmer that I was given from my parents for my birthday for the first year I lived in my first house in 2007, and it worked fine for the old house. The battery would barely last my old yard, but it did the job. With our new house, the old trimmer battery wouldn't cut it. So in 2017, I bought this Husqvarna 122C gooseneck gas-powered string trimmer. I needed a new trimmer, and this was on for a good sale for the time, and I was able to get it for under $200. Knowing what I do know now, I wish I would have spent a little bit more to get the straight shaft instead of the gooseneck. Since the straight shaft, I could have gotten different utility tools to use with it, but oh well. The trimmer works great and is coming up to 6 years with no issues at all. Still almost looks brand new even. I use it for trimming and flip edging along my driveway and sidewalk. Now last season I invested in a new backpack sprayer. I got the Ryobi 18 volt 1 Plus 4 gallon backpack sprayer. I got this because my old manual pump backpack sprayer I had cracked and was leaking, so I needed a new one. Also at the time, Home Depot was running a battery operated tool event, so I was able to get it on a good sale. With the sale, I got the sprayer, a battery, fast charger, and leaf blower for about $300. The backpack sprayer I used for most of the season last year, and I love the feel of the machine. I'm going to try out a new spray nozzle though for this season, as I found the tips were okay with the provided machine, but to get the rates that I wanted, I had to walk really slow. So I got a new T-Jet tip to try for this season. Now the leaf blower I didn't get to use as my wife kind of stashed it on me and gave it to me as part of my Christmas present, so I haven't even tried it yet, but I'm looking forward to using it this coming season. Now in my fall overseed video, I talked about why I picked up my Dethatcher. The 14-inch Yardworks Dethatcher does the job adequately. I wish it was a little larger and that I could swap the head on it for a Scarifier, but I bought this in a bit of a rage. Watch that 2022 fall overseed video for an explanation why. Now I did get it on sale for $100 and it did the basic job. Having used it only twice now, I can't say for the overall durability to it, though it does feel a little on the flimsy side. I have been keeping my eye on the Sunjoe 15-inch Dethatcher and Scarifier with all the great reviews on it and reasonable pricing, and will hopefully pick up one someday. If the Yardworks one dies, I will probably get the Sunjoe one sooner. Right now the budget doesn't allow for me to just go out and buy a new one when the Yardworks one does the job right now. If the budget goes up a bit, I might get a new one and pass this one to a friend that could make use of it. For spreading seed and granular fertilizers, you've seen what I use. It is just the basic Scott's Turf Builder Mini broadcast spreader. I bought it at my old house and don't even remember when, pre-2017 though. I would guess around 2015 though. I know I paid less than $60 at the time for it though. Does the job for fert and seed. One day when this breaks, I might get a larger one since I have a larger yard now, but in the meantime it does the job and works fine. For my sprinkler right now, I use a basic Yardworks fan sprinkler. It works fine and does the job, but with the size of my yard, it does take me a long time to get the right amount of water on my lawn. So if the budget comes available, I may look at doing a DIY system similar to what Ryan Knorr had made before he got his in-ground irrigation system. This was my plan for this coming season, but now with my hose reel broken, that has become the priority for replacement first. Got to keep everything within budget. For my various shovels and rakes, I don't use anything fancy. If I need a shovel or rake, I just go to my local Princess Auto or Canadian Tire and pick up what I need. Princess Auto shovels and rakes are usually a good price and work well for me. Only time I've had a shovel from there break on me is when I was working for a foundation repair company for a summer, and we were digging 5 days a week for hours every day, and even then I broke 2 in the entire summer. Is probably more from user error than a bad product. Now you can see that I have pretty average equipment, though a little nicer for what I use around my yard. I don't have top of the line stuff. The newest stuff I have is basically because the stuff I had before was broken, the exception being the Dethatcher. This coming season, I have no plans on buying any new large equipment. Everything I have works fine, does the job I need it to do, so I don't have to buy anything I don't have to. What I recommend to people is don't break the bank on new gadgets you don't need. Now, if you're getting new equipment, do your research, look at reviews, compare prices. Compare buying new to buying used. Sometimes you might be able to pick up a year or two older mid-tier model for the price of a newer budget model. I'm not trying to sell you anything, no affiliate links, not trying to influence what you buy. I'm just showing that I don't have the newest stuff or the most top of the line stuff. Just do what you can with what you have. Everyone has their own budgets and demands on them, so make your own choices. Just whatever you use, follow the cultural practices and your lawn will improve. Work with what you got, enjoy the mow, then sit back, crack a cold one, and take pride in the progress you make and the journey you're on. Now dream of warmer weather until the season comes. Until next time, cheers.